So a lot of students have approached me in the past and they've said that ma'am, writing is something that I'm still able to manage because I have time to think and craft my sentences properly. But when it comes to speaking, and that too speaking impromptu in front of someone, that is where I get nervous and I'm not able to do that. Hi everyone, I'm Neha Agrawal, founder of Wise Up Communications, and I'm so glad to be here with you today. While speaking to Shweta a few days ago, she told me how a lot of you had approached her with queries regarding communication skills. So here I am, hoping to clear some of your doubts. There are essentially 4 parts to good communication, which is reading, listening, writing, and speaking. And I'm going to share some tips with you that you can incorporate in your daily life to improve upon all these aspects. I'm also going to be talking about resumes and interviews and how you can incorporate your communication skills in them. So, do watch this video till the very end. The first component you should tackle to improve your communication skills should be reading. To write and speak English properly, you need good English grammar and a good command over vocabulary. And both these things can be improved by reading. So even though it is super cliched, I would strongly recommend that you read the newspaper every day. Or if you're more of a digital person and like checking the news on the phone, then let me be very frank with you guys, reading in shorts is not going to help. So better news reading platforms would be Mint or ET Times, as they have more detailed articles which will help you in improving your English. And in fact, if you're preparing for CAT and willing to shell out some money, I would strongly recommend that you go for Ken. It's a really good website. Most news channels and social media outlets nowadays focus on the what. Say for example, Sensex dropped today by 200 points. While on Ken, you will find articles which focus on the why. So why did Sensex drop by 200 points? What were some of the factors that caused it? So not only will it help you in improving your English, but these things will also help you in your MBA interviews because they improve your understanding. Other than news articles, books can also help you build a stronghold on English and also help you for your MBA interviews. So here are some of my book suggestions. The first one is Nudge by Richard Thaler, and this book is about making decisions and realizing the bias in your thinking. The second one is How to Make Friends and Influence People, and this book will help you how to become a people's person. And the last one is Unusual Billionaires by Saurabh Mukherjee. And this book shares some business lessons about the most profitable companies in India. So while reading these books is definitely going to help you improve your vocabulary, if you want a more specific vocabulary building source, then I would recommend the Magoosh app. This app is mostly used by people who are planning to study abroad and giving the GRE. But I personally feel that this app can be used by anybody who wants to add much better words to their dictionary. So do check it out as well. The next component is listening. A great way to improve your communication skills is just by listening or watching other people speak. And my number 1 recommendation here would be to switch on subtitles when watching your favorite English TV shows. While watching these shows will help you understand important parts of speech like voice modulation and pace of speaking, reading the subtitles will help you improve your grammar and vocabulary. Other than this, there are 2 YouTube channels that are found to be super useful. One is Chet Chat and another one is Urban Fight. I will request Shweta to add the links in the description below. So both these speakers have really good command over English, and some of their videos on how to improve English is also really good. So if you're curious and want to learn more, I would definitely suggest that you check out these channels. And the third thing would be to listen to podcasts. So podcast is something you can listen to while exercising, running, cooking, or doing anything else. I don't have any specific recommendations for podcasts, but I feel any good English podcast should help. The next component of communication is writing. And I feel it's a super important component because it creates a very strong impression about you. If your writing is poor in cold emails or messages, you might never receive a response from the people. Or if your writing is not up to the mark in your MBA application or even your resume, it can severely affect your chances of getting an interview call. So working on your written communication is extremely important. While the other 2 parts of communication, that is reading and listening, can improve your vocabulary and grammar for writing, I feel you should also practice writing in order to improve. Starting with simple things. Say you read a book, Once you're finished, sit down and write a book summary as to what are some of the things you learned or liked about that book. Not only is it going to help you remember what you read in that book, but later on when you go for an MBA interview, it can become a great talking point there. Another thing you can do to improve your writing skills is start writing Quora answers. Recently, I've realized there are a lot of MBA aspirants on Quora genuinely looking for people to clear their doubts. So, writing Quora answers would be a complete win-win, where it will not only help you improve your communication skills but also make a positive impact on the people. As for cold messaging and emails, here are my 2 cents. Always appreciate the person first. Find out something about them which is inspiring or you have in common. This will show that not only have you done research about the person, but appreciating them will make them feel good about themselves and will give you a higher chance of getting a response. And secondly, please always get straight to the point. I receive a lot of messages on LinkedIn with just a hi or a good morning or hi, I need some help, without them writing what is the help that they need. So in the end, I don't end up replying to these messages. But if somebody gets straight to the point and tells me what is their doubt or query, and if I find it to be genuine, then I definitely respond. And now coming to resumes. In the past 1 year, I have gone through hundreds of resumes. And what I have realized is that one of the most common mistakes that students make is writing compelling sentences in their work experience, achievements, or leadership sections. So my suggestion here would be to start using more statistics in your writing. Say for example you write, worked in a team to achieve a so-and-so goal. Instead of that, you can write, collaborated with a team of 5 members to achieve a particular goal. When you do that, not only does it make your statements more believable, but inserting the statistics also improves the credibility of your work. Another thing would also be to include more results in your statements rather than focusing on actions. So say for example you write, worked with the social media marketing team and made a lot of email campaigns and social media posts. So here you see the focus is more on the actions. So when you write these statements, I'm not saying take the actions away. All I'm saying is add results to it as well. So you could probably write, worked with the social media team of the company and prepared email campaigns and social media posts which resulted in the digital marketing presence of the company increasing by 30%. So the moment you include the results component, it actually makes your work more credible and shows the kind of impact that you have made to the company. And when you write these statements in your resume, it makes your resume also look more powerful. And finally, the last component of communication is speaking. And I feel this is that component that scares everybody the most. So in this video, I'm not going to tackle public speaking or speaking on stage, but I'm going to keep my focus more towards interviews and how you should communicate in interviews properly. So a lot of students have approached me in the past and they've said that ma'am, writing is something that I'm still able to manage because I have time to think and craft my sentences properly. But when it comes to speaking, and that too speaking impromptu in front of someone, that is where I get nervous and I'm not able to do that. So as per my personal experience, something that helped me come out of my introvert shell and start speaking English fluently was when I made friends who were not my native language speakers. So my native language is Hindi, and when I was in school, all my friends were Hindi speaking, and as a result, my English never improved there. But only when I went to Bangalore and made a lot of friends who did not speak Hindi, and then also later went to Singapore and made friends from a lot of different nationalities and cultures, is when my English finally improved. So my suggestion would be to catch hold of a friend who's not a native language speaker and start practicing with them. As for interviews, my suggestion would be that you give as many mock interviews as possible. And if you're able to get professional help and somebody who can give you feedback on your performance, that would be ideal. But say you are not able to get that, then I would suggest that you catch hold of a friend again and ask them to take your mock interview and give you feedback while you do the same for them. This will help you think on the spot, work on your impromptu speaking, and with practice, you will get better. Also, guys, one thing I want you to remember is that communication skills cannot be improved in a day. Whatever tips I have shared with you, practice them diligently and make it a part of your daily routine, and you will see a significant improvement in 1 to 2 months. Also, if you need more specific help on resumes, group discussions, or interviews, you can check out my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your time. And now, over to Shweta.
Hi everyone, hope you guys are keeping safe and hope you benefited from Neha's session today. So, I would like to share the background story of how this collaboration took place. So, a couple of days ago, Neha reached out to me and she shared about Wise Up Communication. She shared how she initiated it in order to pass down information to students about communication, about interview preparation, and the like. And I really liked her vision. I also felt like a genuine connect with her, wherein she wanted to pass down informative tips to the students, which is when I thought probably I should invite her to the channel to actually create a video for you all. I'm really happy that this happened, and I'm grateful to you, Neha, for taking this up because there have been time and again a lot of questions that have been asked about communication building. So happy that some of them could be addressed, and if there are other questions, I would encourage you all to put them down in the comments so that Neha could either personally reply to you in the comments or probably take them up in her upcoming videos. I would also highly encourage you all to check out her YouTube channel. She has an excellent repository of videos on communication, on interview preparation, and on studying abroad for those of you who are probably planning to take up MBA abroad in the future. So do check it out. I hope today's session benefited you. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything is fine at your places. This is a tough time and I hope your motivation levels are intact. That's what I would pray for you all. Thanks for watching this.